down there filming the tanks go through, or the, of course, army uh, trucks and all that kind of thing here. So yeah, of course, I hope everyone's surviving the heat. Although it is stuffy around this East Anglia region here, of course. Oh, it still is a little bit on the stuffy side. That's what I was actually referring to. Got a shout out on that channel, and I had to correct myself of touring with Nick Cee to break it all up so that she could understand the channel name. And of course, she couldn't really understand it. But yeah, she did well on that one. And there's not many, of course, channels out there that actually do that. So yeah, I can't thank her enough for that one. But yeah, I have been on the channel of touring with Nick Cee for a very, very long time. I'm not on the YouTube in particular, but of course, it's because I've been focusing on the TikTok side of things as well. But yeah, I got a TikTok suit, which, as they call it on YouTube, we haven't got enough views on here to be able to do that. People need to watch the videos a little bit more. Share it to your friends. It's very, very important that you do that here. I'll be here for about 20 minutes here, and I will call myself off after that. I won't do it. Basically, I won't do any more lives after that because I'm preparing myself for the, of course, watching the England game at 10 o'clock. Hopefully, it'll be a lot cooler, and hopefully, Sunday will be a lot cooler in the East Anglia region. When, of course, Sarah White was referring to a little bit of rain in her area to cool it down, maybe it's cooler down there, but it's not in the East Anglia region. That's what I was actually trying to refer to on that scenario there. Maybe I would give the clip, of course, at some point that Sarah White did actually mention touring with Nick Cee. So, how beautiful is that when, of course, we get a good mention? And please do keep spreading the word about what we do. We do need some moderators on the YouTube channel. So, of course, I haven't used YouTube as a live for a long time. I usually do a lot of videos on this channel here, and I have been doing so since, of course, 2021, which was a long time ago. I actually started out on YouTube, but before all that, I actually started on Facebook. I don't do Facebook as much now. I don't think people are watching on Facebook as much as, of course, I would like them to. And of course, it's difficult to get the following on there. It's difficult to get the following on any of them, but I would say this now: it is very, very difficult wherever you go here. I know people tend to watch on replays a lot more. I have got the cooler on, by the way, and I'll put my hand there, and it's quite nice actually. But just wanted to set the scene what the temperature. Well, it's a little bit warmer. It's probably about 35 degrees here. But I just wanted to show you the picture of course, if I can zoom in, if I'm allowed to zoom in. There we go, of course, of the cloud, which is surpassing us right this minute here. I will read you, of course, what I did read on the TikTok page, as in the, of course, word for today, which is United Christian Broadcasters. I'll do it live for you as you're looking at the cloud right this minute. It looks like it's going to thunder at any time here, but of course, it may surpass us at any time. So if you are watching on replay, this is just, of course, the cloud as you watch it by. So as I read this before, I hope to read it a lot better than I did on the TikTok page. And this might refer to anyone that is, um, wanting to know a little bit about this in their own lives, for example. And of course, it also refers to tonight's England game, which, of course, Peter Shilton on GB News earlier has stated it will be his prediction of 3-0. I would say 2-1 to either side, or one of the sides there, or 2-0 to England, one of those two, or three. It's just a pure guess. So anyway, don't be distracted. Let us run with endurance the race that is set before us. In March 1987, Eamon Cowlan was running in a qualifying heat of the World Indoor Track Championships in Indianapolis. He was reigning world record holder at 1,500 meters and was favoured to win the race. But unfortunately, with 2.5 laps left, he tripped and fell hard. But he got up again, and with every great effort, he managed to catch the race leaders. With 20 yards to go, he was in third place, which would have been good enough to qualify for the final race. Then Cowlen made a fateful mistake. He looked over his shoulder to the inside. Seeing no one there, he relaxed his effort slightly. What he didn't notice was that a runner was charging hard on the outside. This runner passed him just a yard before the finish line, eliminating him from the finals. Cowlen's great comeback effort ended up being worthless for only one reason. He momentarily took his own eyes off the finish line and focused on the would-be competitors behind him. The writer of the book of Hebrews said, "Let us lay aside every weight and the sin which so easily ensnares us, and let us run with endurance that the race is set before us." A weight actually refers to things that are legitimate but can slow you down. A sin refers to something illegitimate that you know to be wrong and can cost you the race. So lay them both aside and run with endurance. The race is set before you. Looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, which is belief. So there you go. Of course, that is, of course, the first of the UCB word for today. Right, blessing beyond your imagination is the next one here. We'll read you one more here and maybe a third one as a bonus. We'll see. Now to him who is able to immeasurably more than all we ask for or imagine. Prayer pastor Heidi Scanlon said, God has blessings for us in all categories we don't even know exist. That means God can create something out of nothing. He can seemingly come out of nowhere and just when you need him most, give you something you don't even have a category for. God says, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts," if that makes any sense. You must say, if God has blessings I don't even have the categories for, how can I ask for them? That's where the Holy Spirit who dwells within you comes to your aid. We don't know what we ought to pray for, but the Spirit himself intercedes us in accordance with the will of God. And because the Holy Spirit prays in accordance with the will of God, you are blessed with the wisdom, with the wisdom beyond your knowledge, power beyond your strength, and favor beyond your ability. Paul put it this way: now to him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask for or imagine, according to his power that is at work within us. To him be glory in the church and in Christ Jesus throughout the generations, forever and ever. Amen. Now you still must do your due diligence, for God cannot bless negligence. Negligence. But when you know you're faithfully done your part and obey God, you can trust him for blessings beyond your imagination. So that's the end of the part number 2, which is blessings beyond your imagination. Now to him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine. Okay, of course, we'll read you one more here. Yeah, we'll read you one more that we haven't read elsewhere. Be steadfast, which is the subject of this one here. Be steadfast, immovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. Now, in the back of the days of the great western cattle ranchers in America, a little donkey would sometimes be harnessed to a wild horse and then turned loose into range. The wild horse would drag the donkey for miles, throwing him around like a bag of feed. In several days, however, they would return. The little donkey would be seen first, trotting back towards the ranch with his submissive steed in tow. Somewhere out in the wild, the horse would become exhausted and try to free itself from the donkey. At that moment, the donkey became the master of the two. The slow, patient, unimportant animal became the leader over the faster, more volatile, and more prized one. What made the difference? Having a steadfast purpose. And what was the donkey's purpose? Going back home to the ranch? So no matter how many times they thought, tugged on the rope, and ended up on their backs, kicking and fuming, each time the donkey got back on his feet, he would take a few more steps in the direction of the ranch. It was only a matter of time until the tired and exhausted horse decided to join him. One of the greatest themes of Scripture is having a dead fast purpose. Samuel told the Israelites, "Do not turn aside, for then you would go after empty things which cannot profit or deliver." Isaiah wrote, "I have set my face like a flint, and I know that I will not be ashamed." Paul wrote this, "Be steadfast, immovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord." And that's the end of the three word for today. It's time now to go back to me here in the, of course, main studio here. Of course, I'm back here, and yeah. So, of course, yes. Yes, it's pretty much quiet on the air tonight, but of course, thank you very much for taking your time for watching. If you're watching on replay here, and this is just a quick update for those people who haven't seen me live for a very, very long time. And that was just the cloud going by there. You should have been just focusing on the cloud rather than the weather, as Paul McKenna once said in his one of his YouTube clips on YouTube. So, yeah, if you have been watching on replay, we appreciate you putting the thumbs up. And if you've been watching elsewhere, wherever you have been watching across the world, massive hello to you. And your comments are always welcome. Constructive ones always are welcome. Thank you very much for coming by and, of course, even watching us live and in living colour as well. And, of course, your comments will come up on the screen if they do. And of course, yeah, I'll wait for the first comment if one comes along. But if we do happen to have people watching on the replay, then your comments can be put on the, of course, below the stream. So don't forget to hit the notification button so you know when we upload a live next, and that really helps us out. And the thumbs up helps us out as well. And so basically, I've been reading the word for today. It's basically, of course, about different little things. Be steadfast, of course, immovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. And of course, yeah, we read to you as well. Blessings beyond your imagination. Now to him who is able to immeasurably more than all we ask for or imagine. And of course, don't be distracted is the other one that we read to you as well. Let us run with endurance like the race that is set before us, which is lovely words, by the way. And the UCB, United Christian Broadcasters, based on a organisation in Stoke-on-Trent, which have two radio stations having to be running at the moment, and they probably are a charity, I think. And of course, they have volunteers running for them. And I believe it is a kind of like maybe a community or charity. I don't know which one it is, but I think it might be a charity. But definitely well worth, of course, checking them out if you are able to. But yeah, I do happen to read the word for today's, which is quite a interesting reads. Whether you believe in the religious aspect of it or not is, entirely your choice. So yeah, of course, do check when I do read them out on the videos here. Do check out my other videos as well, which I kindly appreciate. So what I will say is this: of course, thank you very much for anyone that watches live. It really, really means a lot. And of course, yeah, hopefully one day I'll be able to nominate some top fans. And of course, that means, of course, the regular people that view in at any one time. And also, of course, we're looking for mods as well that we are surely missing on the channel here. And some are just mods but haven't been on the channel for a while and have sort of been too busy with their families and not yet sort of spoken about their disappearance or anything like that. They need to come forward to us and, um, you know, and say that they're either going to come back or they've got too much on. But yeah, going about tonight's game here, which is the England against Panama. I do think it could be a close game, but I do feel that England might just edge it by 2 goals to nil, 2-1 to either side. That's what I would say. Peter Shorten says 3-0 on GB News, which is what I saw earlier. A shout out to Sarah White, by the way. Um, yeah, maybe she is an England fan. I don't know what her prediction of the England result would be. I didn't answer that question, but of course, it would be nice if she could answer that question. If she is a supporter of England. Um, so yeah, interesting on that note. But she was watching the military go past in her area. I think we had one in Suffolk recently, but I didn't manage to film it. But I think a local councillor did. So hello to people coming in right this minute here. Good evening to you all. And I thought I'd do this live because I haven't been on to YouTube for a long time, and it's been absolutely donkey's years. Please keep up the momentum here on YouTube. I've been very busy on the TikTok side of things. Hello, my name is James. Been watching your live for a long time. Oh, thank you very much indeed. Hopefully, you are, one of those who has subscribed to us. Thank you very much for your first comment, by the way. It's nice to have people coming in and thank you very much for spotting us, by the way. If you have spotted us in the town or Haverhill, and where are you actually from then? Are you actually from, of course, the local town of Haverhill or Suffolk? Do let us know. Whoever, of course, said that one there. Thank you very much for your comment, by the way. Yeah, James. Yeah, we'll try and follow you back. But of course, yeah. But thank you very much for taking your time to watch us this evening. Give us some predictions of the England game tonight if you are interested in the England game tonight. So yeah, it's surprising that there hasn't been a silence on the Henry Novak situation. I'm surprised about that, but they did do the earthquake. So yeah, they did everything about George Floyd, but not the Henry Novak thing, which was campaigned by Dan Wootton Outspoken to actually write to the Prince William, but nothing was done, I don't think, in the end. But it feels like in this area, by the way, weather-wise, that it's going to get a little bit cloudy. Well, it is already cloudy, but of course, feels like, of course, a storm is on its way. You're actually from Abel, and I live there to this day. And my opinion is that it's a lovely town. Have you actually spotted me on the Facebook recently? So, yeah, I agree to that. extent, it is a lovely town. But of course, there's a lot of people say it is a lovely town, but there has been, in my opinion, some thoughts that need to be changed. But what changes are they? That's the question. So whether I will share them with you or not is another thing. But yeah, there's a few things that need to be addressed. It is a great time to be in and to live in. Um, can't be no worse than, of course, the London overspill. But what I will say is this: there are a few things that do need to be changed, like, of course, some of the antisocial behaviour which needs to be addressed, and there needs to be, of course, a bus timetable electric board for those bus times coming in. And for the other local issues is that, of course, cars parking at the bus station when they shouldn't be, and maybe there could be a taxi rank in the high street of the town, which could be lovely as well. That is my humble opinion of that one. Whether you agree with that or not, you may disagree. I'm here to agree to disagree. But yeah, of course, it would be lovely to get some people from Haverhill that would like to come on as a guest. Of course, I can do um, a chat live on the air at some point, and all I've got to do is send you the link. I don't know how I'm going to do that unless, you, of course, you follow my Facebook page, and then I can send you the link. We are on Facebook touring with Nick Cee. So yeah, of course, London is definitely worse than this town. Is it the England game? What that about the England game? The chat's not staying up on the screen, so I do apologise. Is it the England game on tonight? Also, you know who is England are playing against. Yeah, we are playing against Panama tonight, and of course, there's no details so far about the squad information. All we know that Saka is fit at the moment, and of course, yeah, they are playing at the NetLife Stadium in America at 10 o'clock. Okay, there's lots of GB News debate. Sorry, I can't get my wording right sometimes. But no, yeah, I looked at GB News earlier, and of course they were saying why, of course, people tend to watch the England games at home. Simple reason is this: of course, it's late at night, and I've forgotten about that. But and of course, a lot of these games are in the middle of the night. So it's not surprising that people are watching them at home. You know, people can't be bothered to go out the pub in the middle of the night, can they? For example, so yeah, it can be a little bit of an awkward one. I do hope seriously that people are staying safe in um, these kind of conditions here that we are going through here with the heat, and it is cooling down in Haverhill, Suffolk, by the way, for those people in Haverhill, Suffolk. But if those watching elsewhere, then of course you might be experiencing different weather here. But of course, here in East Anglia, uh, the Met Office did warn us that my cooling system's gone off because I need to charge it again. But yeah, it takes forever to charge. But on a quicker charger, it might do the trick better. But what I will say is, of course, the Met Office did say that East Anglia is going to be a bit more stickier than other places. Apparently, of course, it started cooling down in Lincolnshire because I know some Lincolnshire boys from my TikTok page have said that it was cooler than the other day. Fingers crossed that we win. Yes, we do need to get a win. Peter Shilton said 3-0. So do you agree with him or not? We don't know. Of course, how many people would agree with Peter Shilton on that one, who actually was on GB News earlier. Um, are you much of a football fan? I know I am also when your next live. I know I am also. When is your next live stream going to be? Also, it's been hot lately. Some of the roads were shiny. Yeah, absolutely. If you've been out in the car, for example, then The roads will be hot out there. I feel sorry for those people who've been working out there in extreme conditions, that kind of thing. But yeah, to answer your question, I very rarely come on YouTube, but of course, if you're not on TikTok, we understand that. I do hope to get onto YouTube a little bit more often. I hope to come on YouTube in the coming days, so keep a lookout for that. Keep your notification button on, and make sure you tell your friends out here to subscribe. And we need as many viewers as possible, so that we can get to the membership style of things. But it's a long way before we head to that direction. So yeah, you can still support us through PayPal if you want to in the meantime, which is ncloud small letters at hotmail.co.uk. Someone came up to me on my TikTok channel, because that's where I also do my lives as well, which you also follow me there. Um, and they come and gave me a nice little gift behind the scenes, and it was a nice little gift, and it was a real one as well, and it was very helpful as well, because I headed out to Norfolk. I do a lot of travelling, obviously, when I can. I don't go abroad very often, but of course, I leave that for the other experts to do that. But yeah, let me take this opportunity to thank you all for coming in. This is a little bit of a small live here. I might do a Q&A at some point, and get people to have a little bit of a fun questions, which I'm hoping to answer all of your questions. Um, and of course, if you've seen a video that you've liked, or you want me to do a bit more on, I will try and do that. And if there's a particular place that I haven't yet been to that I'll try to get to, let me know, and I'll put it down into my list. And of course, I'll let you know if I can do it or not. Of course, most of my friends are already subscribed. You might even see them on my live streams. Lovely, and thank you very much for spreading the word here. I've been watching you nearly a year now. I like the camera that you have. Do you know the model? Wow, you're all getting into my equipment now. Well, of course, I wouldn't say it's the best equipment I've got. I am hoping to get a vlogger camera, but of course, that will be in due course. I've had to send one back because, of course, it wasn't working very well, and of course, it wasn't transferring videos over. Hopefully, I'll get my money back on that. And I paid a huge lot of money, a small fortune out of that one. A small fortune as far as I'm concerned on that one. But yeah, anyway, please do stay cool. I was only going to do 20 minutes, but I ended up, of course, doing a little bit longer. But most that I do for a live program like this is probably an hour, I would say, if I'm going to do a Q&A kind of thing. So maybe I'll do one once a month or so, or once a week, or something like that, to catch up with you guys. And of course, maybe I'll do it a bit more often than I have been doing. But of course, we really do appreciate you coming in to watch here. And of course, it's nice to get, of course, the feedback as well. And it's nice to get people interacting with us as well, which is fantastic as well as anything. And of course, yeah, your comments are always welcome on the videos. Please do comments on there in a sort of nice, constructive way, and it really does help. And of course, we are looking for mods who would like to, of course, help at any time. So yeah, new mods are always, of course, welcome. I recommend you get the okay. It's about 30 quid. Okay, sounds good. Is that a vlogging camera? Is it? Send me the link, and of course I will try and get that. The D3100. Okay. There's all kinds of ads on it. Sounds like a good idea. I use it for photography, but it works wonderfully for videos. Also has a SD card. Perhaps you know more about the technical side than I do, but yeah, I just basically do all the camera stuff as well. And very quickly, I'll mention about Beauty Sound as well as the Say It Out Loud channel as well, which you can also join. We do have exclusive free stuff on there that you can watch. Beauty Sound is, of course, a bit of mixture. We have a bit of keyboard as well occasionally. I haven't used it since, of course, winter, but of course, I might bring that back at some point. And the Beauty Sound is mainly with my, um, you know, other person that does that, JC, who plays at the Old Independent Church of Haverhill. Do check out some of his organ playing on the channels that I just said, Beauty Sound and Say It Out Loud, where you'll find some of the footage that we've pieced together. Some beautiful sounds from that organ of the Independent Church of Haverhill, which anybody that has the talent of organ playing or piano playing, that kind of thing, that wants to have a tinkle, you just got to go over to the hall, which is usually every Tuesdays from about 10 o'clock to about 3, and you can have a meal in there. Of course, obviously, donations required for that. And we do sometimes have a piano player in the background that accompanies us in the background. But of course, if you ask nicely, they will let somebody play on the organ. It's not just about us. But yeah, of course, I've loved you to, of course, maybe do a video interview in the town at some point to go further with your details on what you think about Haverhill. Perhaps you spotted me, of course, on Facebook as well, because a lot of people are commenting about Facebook. We've had a lot of huge response on the Haverhill Uncensored group on Facebook regarding Haverhill Town and what people think about it. Interesting thoughts. I might share it with you another time on that one. Sorry, I need to go and find the link for you, and I'll be back in a minute. If I'm not on air, which I will be coming off in just a moment here because I've just gone over my time, but yeah, it's just a little bit of a short catch up today. But of course, do put down in the link down below what that camera was and where to buy it, because I need to get one of those if I can get the money back on the other one and get a reliable vlogging camera. Hopefully it's one of those stick you move around, and that would be very, very helpful. But yeah, like I say, put that link down after this live's gone up, because you can comment down below, and I look forward to seeing you. Okay, of course, I'm going to end it there. Good luck to England tonight. Hopefully it'll be about 2-0 to England either way of the coin. Well, just for England, hopefully. But of course, yeah, I would say that or 2-1 to either side. But I do think that England, hopefully, are looking for a positive outlook. Okay, okie dokie. See you soon. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, and look forward to seeing you on the live again, and just keep spreading the word about this stream here, and hopefully we'll get some more people tuning in as well at the same time. But we'll try and program it for the mobile only. I can't program it on my other main camera, which is what I use when I use it for my laptop, which is what I can use. But I have to use this more often if I'm going to program it. That's the only problem I've got, with the computer version. I can't program it, even if I'm using OBS Studio, which of course is what most people use. But I can't program it for some reason. I use the main webcam, which of course it thinks it's using in another sort of software or something like that. It thinks it's in another software. But anyway, of course, I'll talk about that technical stuff another time. But as we will say on this channel, as well as my other channel, which is on TikTok as well, same name as Touring with Nick Cee. By the way, we do have some merchandise of it for anyone that wants to buy a mug, which of course is the TikTok creator mug. Maybe I should do one for YouTube as well. But yeah, it's the TikTok creator mug, the Touring with Nick Cee. Same sort of style of presenting, that kind of thing. And as I always say on that channel, I'm going to say it on here. We hopefully promise to keep that positivity for you. God bless. Take care, And of course, we'll be back before you can say the word. Are you back already? Good night, and we hope for the best for England tonight. Come on, England! Cheerio for now.